Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist one too, and all in between. This is for the absolute positive, good God and truth of your lives, only crossing bigger and better. If you look all around the world, right, wherever it's not only stated more positive than anything negative about it, the only way it can add up, stay, or be good as truth, it's only stated with faith. If it's not more positive than negative, right, all you have is faith, because it's no good as truth, you see? And in reality check, anything that isn't good as truth, right, is only negative of it always with the faith of you. And like I said, anywhere in the world, right, it's not only stated more positive than negative, right? The only way anybody of anything anywhere can add up, stay, or be good as truth, it's just negative of it with the faith of blind leading blind fools. And if it's articulated by our governments, right, it's unqualified governance. If it's articulated by judgment, it's unqualified judgment. If it's articulated by prosecutions of biased law, right, it's unqualified biased law. In reality check, the cross more positive than negative always is the only way, again, you can add up, stay, or be good as truth, and it's the bad, evil, sinful way of nothing. And it's the absolute bigger, better here and now than all negativity. Like I've stated in other videos, right, Jesus was a man with his life only one more positive than all negativity, good as the truth of God of him, okay? And when they put him on that cross, right, the thief believed and was able to bond more positive than anything negative between them, that foolish negativity between them, right? And steal his life back from all them fools of faith. The one who hung himself out to one neutral nothing, just negative of him here and now, and all them other fools of faith that put him on the cross. The thief believed. Jesus didn't scream out, "Oh God, why have you forsaken me?" He screamed out, "Oh God, don't forsake me," because he knew he was good. That was the truth. And in reality check, you can't kill something more positive than negative that states it good as truth everywhere, Christ-like, only to an absolute bigger, better here and now reality check, alive and well. And him and the thief stole their lives back. He told the thief, "You'll be in paradise with me." And the thief was the one who rolled back the tomb, sent Jesus on his rightful, truthful way, alive and well. Again, you can't kill something more positive than negative. That makes the negative of it nothing. And in reality check, Mary came up to the thief, shining more positive than anything negative about the crucifixion, right? After he let Jesus out that tomb, asked, "Where's Jesus?" He said, "I released him," and he went that way. And she gave him a kiss and called him an angel. And this is how this story went. If you plug a plug into the wall, right, the positive energy of the plug better outweigh anything negative about that plug. Because if it doesn't, right, you could either burn your house down or you won't have enough energy to sustain. Okay? But as long as that male positive energy outweighs any female negativity about the matter of that plug, right, there's a 0 chance you can either burn your house down or won't have enough energy to sustain. You're half male and you're half female. Only cross one more positive male than any female negativity about your life to keep you good as truth always. And that good as truth of you is an absolute predictor of the bigger, better here and now of you and your lives, alive and well. You can't suffer out of existence, decay, disintegrate, or die of Christ crossing that rightful, truthful way. That only kills a negative way. The only thing that can kill you to one nothing to you here and now, only crossing to an absolute bigger, better here and now. Let's see. All things creation of existence is made of atom matter evolved, okay, as their here and now matter. Now, everything that is expressed here and now is only expressed here and now, more positive than anything negative that would not have it here and now, right? As the good truth of God of its shape, form, and mass. You, me, the buildings, trees, everybody of everything, everywhere, solid, liquid, gas, plasma of it. And no matter if it's one atom, right, or a mountain of atoms, okay, if those atoms are stated more positive than anything negative about them, they are stated good as truth. To the reality check of their shape, form, and mass, the substance, durability, and solidness of them, of their bonding matter evolved, and they cannot be destroyed. In reality check, you can tell a doggy or a monkey, like I've said in other videos, right? No, sit, stay, good boy, bad boy, good girl, bad girl. But you will never be able to tell that animal to only go do something more positive than anything negative about it. It's the only way it can add up, stay, or be good as truth, only to an absolute bigger, better here and now of it alive and well. An animal will never understand that. How about you? Again, all things creation of existence to the reality check of mankind is made of atom matter. And on the inside of this atom, on the inside of these atoms is protons and neutrons. And on the outside is the electron field. Now, everything that isn't you, right? Excuse me. Everything that isn't you puts off its own energy, and depending on your polarity, whether it's more positive or more negative, is depending on if you're absorbing this good as truth to your shape, form, and mass through the reality check of its substance, durability, and solidness, okay? And this is how it works. The protons are the positive, good truth of God of the energy of you, okay? There are 2 up quarks and 1 down quark. The neutron isn't neutral, and it's not nothing of electrical energy. It's always negative to what a proton is, okay? And it's the soul and it's the matter of you. And on its own, it has not the energy or the ability to stabilize itself more positive than negative always to keep it good as truth. And without this proton, right, always overwhelming the neutron more positive than negative, right, this neutron is just negative of it. The matter of you is negative of it. The soul of you, right, is negative of it. And on the outside of an atom, right, this neutron's always in a constant state of decay and disintegration, pulsating erratically with this negative energy of it, right? Not being able to sustain and solidify itself good as truth to the reality of the negative being nothing to it. But when it becomes like a neutron star, it pulsates with this negativity, and this is why they call it a pulsar. And eventually, its matter can't sustain the good truth of its shape, form, and mass, and it collapses infinitely into a black hole abyss. And like I said in other videos, right, when you cross negative with negativity, you can only do it through the faith of you, because wherever it's not good as truth, more positive than negative, all you have is faith, okay? And the crisscross with faith, right, is a snake of energy on the neutron. It's a snake of negative energy of only being positive to the reality check of that neutron. And whenever you cross negative with negativity, it's to incarnate she, he, shaft, and devilish hells of all people, places, and things. Wherever it's not only stated more positive, like I said in the beginning of this video, good as the truth of God of it. All there is a faithfully stated way through the people, places, and things of it, okay, articulated by mankind. And over a volume of time and extremes, your body can't sustain this, because whenever you cross negative with negativity, it's the incarnate she, he, shafting devil of you. And your faith is always a snake of negative energy on this neutron, and it incarnates this devil to the reality check of your matter, becoming slightly radioactive, either more with more negativity than it can take on, or not enough positive energy to sustain your shape, form, and mass, and eventually you collapse into a black hole abyss. just infinitely negative of the good God and truth of you here and now, one nothing of you here and now, forevermore. But as long as this proton, right, always overwhelms anything negative about the matter of the neutrons of you, right, it solidifies your shape, form, and mass, good as truth, to the substance, durability, and solidness of it, right? And just like I said, if you plug a plug into the wall and the positive outweighs the negative always, right, there's zero chance you can burn your house down, and there's zero chance you won't have enough energy to sustain. And if you only cross more positive than all negativity of your life when you feel all, right, there's zero chance you can either burn out with too much negative energy, or there won't be enough energy for the good truth of God of your shape, form, and mass, and life as you know it to sustain, only to an absolute bigger, better here and now of you, alive and well. The state of one more positive than negative is the only light, joy, warmth, good God or truth, holy with spirit, all will ever know or be. It's the only state that all in body of atom matter evolved a state of good to the truth of God, their shape, form, mass, only crossing bigger and better to the here and now of their reality check with the buildings, trees, you, me, every body of everything. It's the substance, durability, and solidness of all you see, hear, taste, touch, smell, say, and do. With all things solid, liquid, gas, plasma of you. And it's the only state that all prayers are answered in, all miracles happen in, all dreams come true in, and it's the only heavenly abode and paradise you will ever know or be in. Where two or more atoms cross and bond evolved, Christ-like, they make the good God and truth of every shape, form, and mass you can think of that's here and now more positive than anything negative about it. Good as the truth of God of their shape, form, mass, bigger and better than all negativity of them. And again, sorry about that, where two or more atoms cross and bond, Christ-like, more positive than negative, they make the good God and truth of every shape, form, and mass you can think of, not to exclude every dimension of time and space you can think of, and every shape, form, and mass of the God of Allah of all, for everlasting peace I am, by definition, the absolute good truth of God of the life of Jesus Christ of all I am, one who never ever died for the hallucinations of your sin, one who only set the example that never dies by being more positive, by definition and articulation, good as the truth of God of his shape, form, and mass, bigger and better than all negativity, with the thieving Holy Spirit out, more positive energy of God than the negatives of all reality check. I am the thieving Holy Spirit of all mankind's negativity to one neutral nothing. I absolutely positively am. The full thief man, God, King, bonding Adamus man, King Adamus of all God, truth, reality check I am. Peace.